As a friendly reminder, please remember no video. At this time, we'll take an opening statement from Coach Gates, and then we'll have questions for the players.
I am extremely proud of our program, our team, our coaching staff. We had great preparation, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I thought the atmosphere was great. Our SEC tournament speaks for itself. I'll say this loud and proud. There should be 14 teams in the NCAA tournament from our conference.
All right, at this time, we'll take questions for the players. Just raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you, but please remember to state your name and affiliation. We'll start in the front.
Drew King, Power Mizzou. For Tamar and Tony, after Mark Mitchell goes down, what does it kind of say about the depth of the team that y'all were able to step up and keep playing with his absence?
I mean, in every interview, like every time we've talked, whether we've had somebody injured or not, we always emphasize being 18 strong. So, I mean, it wasn't anything new to us because that's just our mentality. That's who we are.
Mainly, we got 18 deep, like Tamar said. So, always be ready to play. You never know. So, everybody's ready tonight. So that's just what we about.
I'm extremely proud of Aiden Shaw and his production and what he was able to do in his 12 minutes of play.
Questions for players? Front.
Tamar and Tony, I'm Andy Theobald from Columbia, Missouri. And what did you guys see out there compared to the last two games, dropping those two and how were you able to take advantage of the Bulldogs defense?
Well, what I saw was us get stops and defend. We've given up, I think, 90 points over the last 4 games. So I just saw us communicating. I saw us flying around. I saw us helping each other. And that's just things that we've done throughout the season. We just got away from it a little bit. But, yeah, that's what I saw. I mean, obviously we were able to score a little bit, but everything started for us on the defensive side of the ball.
It all started at the beginning, getting stops, doing what we need to do, to get out and, get fast break points. That kind of led to where, we was able to, keep scoring and then keep getting stops,
Right here. Inside middle.
Elijah Campbell, WNKT, Columbia, South Carolina. Tony, this is for you. I mean, as the point guard against a defense that is that aggressive and that athletic, how was this team able to continue getting buckets when you guys were getting stops on the defensive end to be able to create that separation late?
Just not letting the ball stick, move the ball around, make them shift. Eventually when you keep doing that every possession, if you don't get a fast break point, they get tired. Like we said, we 18 strong, so, we don't get tired. So we just kept swinging it, and then, everything opened up for us.
Joe Rachel from The Athletic. Yeah, for both of you guys, what's it been like just going through this conference this year, a conference this good?
I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself in terms of how impressive the SEC has been. Obviously, I knew it was going to be extremely tough watching everybody play throughout non-conference. And, I mean, it's not titled the NBA South for no reason. So, I mean, you got to come ready to play every night. And I feel like this conference has prepared us and obviously every other team that'll hear their name called on Sunday for March Madness.
I would say every game is a battle, regardless of who you playing. You be playing the best team, the so-called worst team they say in the conference. But at the end of the day, every night, it's a battle. Every night might be a football game, so you never know.
Got time for one more question? Okay, guys, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Do you need some water?
No, I'm okay, y'all.
Okay, questions for Coach Gates? Front.
Hey, Coach Drew King. I apologize because I didn't see the play, but what happened with Mark Mitchell, and is there kind of any update on his status at this point?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened, to be honest with you, and I'm saying that honestly. I just take and adhere to what our doctors and our trainers say, and I don't question those individuals at all. And Mark knows what he can or cannot do. He didn't want to put our team in a disadvantage if he's not at 100%. So at the end of the day, he trusted our substitutions and our depth, and he just didn't put himself back into the game. So for me, that's a sign of great leadership, and we'll see what the prognosis is.
So is there no update at this moment?
Yeah, I don't have an update. I would love to give you guys answers because you deserve it, no question. I just don't have any.
I'm following up on that, but so the fact that there was a talk of him coming back in, then I mean, I
Yeah.
guess is that still?
Yeah, there were
encouraging
talk.
that-
There was
yeah.
talk, absolutely, but it's doctors and players' decision. I wasn't on the bench, so I kind of stand up the entire game, and I look down, see who's available. It happened in the first half, correct? The first half, yeah. So I don't know yet. I'll get that information, and our SID Jason Vaninsky will release something if something needs to be released. I think we have the injury reports or something like that, right?
Right here to your right.
Coach, congrats on advancing. You get another matchup with Florida in the SEC quarterfinals. Obviously, you handed them their only home loss of the season. Just a challenge of facing them for a second time, and your thoughts on that matchup.
They're a number one seed in the NCAA tournament, and I don't know the strength of that number one seed, but they're one of the top 2-3 teams in the country, in my eyes. I think no one has given them the amount of credit that they deserve. I don't know if they were even ranked number one in the country for multiple weeks, but I do know that's how I look at them. It was a great atmosphere when we played in Gainesville. Todd Golden, I respect them. I respect their entire program. They're not the same team that they were then. I think they have gotten better. I think they've added a crucial piece to try to make a SEC championship run, an NCAA title run with their big fella. He's back. He's one of the best players in our conference. Obviously, the number of games that he played didn't allow him to be on the all-conference team, but he's an all-conference type of guy. So for me, both teams have gotten better. Both teams have gone through the storm of the regular season SEC, and we're excited to break down film. And they've been patiently waiting in their double bye, which they earned, to pursue a title, SEC title.
Sam Sklar with the Clarion Ledger, Mississippi. Your defense basically didn't allow a field goal for the final 5 minutes of the game. What did you just kind of see from the defense down the stretch in that moment?
Well, we allowed free throws and we fouled. That's what I do recall. The other part of it is I thought our guys contested shots without fouling because they did a good job. Hubbard, as well as Melendez, that got fouled on three-point shots or even near the basket. And I thought our guys sat down, defended, rebounded, and played connected basketball. We went into our 4-minute drill, and they did a great job.
Right here, front, and then we'll go.
Hi, Benjamin Rosen with the Commercial Dispatch near Mississippi State. Mississippi State seemed like they were really keying on Caleb Grill there and limited his opportunities, but that led things to open up for some of your other guys. Did you have to make any adjustments offensively based on what they were doing against him, and how do you feel like they were effective with Perkins and Bates and some other guys getting open shots?
I thought when you look at the body of work of Chris Jans throughout his career, he essentially always had one of the top defensive teams in the country. This team is the same way. They're one of the top defensive teams in our conference, just from a strategic standpoint, their toughness, and obviously their personnel. So when it comes down to Caleb Grill went 2 for 11. Do I think they stopped him from shooting? No, I think he rushed some shots, but he made a crucial 3 to close out the half that gave us a sort of cushion. And he ended up, doing a great job playing connected basketball, and he ended up with 3 assists. So he accounted for definitely some points, but ultimately the gravity and the attention that he provides allows our guards to get downhill simply because he, Cruz, Tamar Bates, and even Trent Pierce and Marquez Warwick are respected shooters, and you have to play those guys a certain way. What I'm thankful is that Tony Perkins and Bates had the game that they had. Those two guys obviously have done a great job, and they filled in some areas, and we shot 28 free throws, obviously late, and our execution from the line was a little bit better than it was last outing.
We have time for 2 more questions right here.
Elijah Campbell, WNKT in Columbia, South Carolina. Coach, the big buckets you guys had tonight came off of cuts. I know that 3-pointer you alluded to with Caleb. He moved really well without the ball to get open. What does that say about your team's connectivity, I guess, on offense, and how well you guys just move without the basketball?
So I thought it started defensively, first and foremost. Secondly, we had probably close to 20 fast break points. Where the game kind of evolved a little bit in the second half in our favor, we came back in halftime with a negative assist-to-turnover ratio. That got to an even and parallel number and stat, which is helpful, and obviously finishing with 14 assists, 14 turnovers is great. Mississippi State took care of the basketball tonight. They did a tremendous job, but our field goal percentage defense in that first half as well as the second half, like you said, that spurt of 4 minutes, they only shot a free throw or made a free throw. I thought our defense stepped up in a great way.
Final question up front.
Andy Theobald, Columbia, Missourian. You talk about finishing with the assist-to-turnover ratio and stuff like that. So what does it mean after starting with like 8 turnovers in the contest to see your guys continue and grow and play with confidence in the contest to finish with that mark, especially coming off the 3-game losing skid?
They were some was unforced, but Mississippi State, again, Chris Jans, his identity and characteristics of his team, they force some turnovers, and they obviously do a great job sealing baseline. I thought our guys were trying to make the right play. Mississippi State just made better defensive plays, and they were able to force us to some turnovers. I thought we settled down a little bit. You think of their 8 offensive rebounds in the first half, 4 of them were dead ball, meaning we didn't secure the ball, and they were able to get baseline out of bounds. We simplified that or solved it in the second half, and we were a little bit more stronger with the ball. I thought we played on our toes, not our heels, and our guys were quick and responsive and instinctual. The other thing is we held the lead for 26 minutes, and we didn't panic when Mississippi State took the lead in the second half. I thought our guys, you saw their experience. You saw them make big plays. I didn't have to really use all my timeouts. I allowed them to get through it, and they got through it and they did a great job against the press late. I just thought personnel-wise we did some great things, and I'm eager to look at the film and obviously prepare for our next game.
Okay, that concludes our press conference.
Thanks, MIZ.